So you're trying to study and be productive, but you find yourself constantly getting distracted. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Natasha. I went to Cornell for undergrad and I'm now currently at Harvard, and I'm going to give you some of my best tips for how to stay focused when you're studying. Sometimes staying focused is the hardest part of studying, and it's not the studying itself. So here are a few of my favorite tips for how I stay focused and how I stay productive. The first one, I know it might sound obvious to some of you, is put your phone in another room. I swear to God, every time my phone is next to me, I'm so tempted just to grab it, and then I'm like, oh, I'll take a 5-minute break. It won't be harmful. Like 10 hours later, I'm like, oh my God, I wasted my entire day. So highly recommend throw your phone in another room. If you don't want to put your phone in another room, that's fine. I have an option for you. It's going to be use it to record yourself studying. I know that sounds a little weird, but when you record yourself doing a study vlog or a time lapse, you don't want to touch it. And then for everyone else being like, I don't want to record myself when studying. I don't want to do that. I don't want to put my phone in another room. I get it. That's fine. Another option that can work is downloading apps like Forest. For example, they actually plant a tree every time you're not on your phone. If you find yourself getting distracted when you're on your computer, and let's say you need your computer to study, what you're going to do is you're going to block certain websites. The whole goal here is to block and minimize any distractions that will stop you from being able to study successfully. So that's step one. The next method you're going to do to stay focused, to make sure that you're going to be focusing for more than 30 minutes, is using certain techniques. So for example, the Pomodoro technique, it actually works by using 25-minute intervals. So you're going to study for 25 minutes as hard as you can, and then you're going to take a 5-minute break. When you do the Pomodoro method, don't just feel like, oh, I'm doing like the Pomodoro method, it's going to work for me. No, you need to alter it depending on how you like to study. Everyone has such a different study technique, so I'm not a huge fan of like, oh, everyone should do the Pomodoro technique, because that's kind of bullshit and it doesn't really work for every single person. So instead, what you're going to do is you're going to tailor the technique. So instead of like 25-minute intervals, maybe sometimes your concentration or like focus period could only be like 15-minute intervals, and that's okay. You can do 15-minute intervals of hardcore studying, and then you can take a 5-minute break. So also figure out when does your schedule allow you to insert certain techniques in. So for example, hear me out, that might sound a little confusing, but if you have, let's say, a 30-minute break in between your classes, you want to make sure that you, let's say, you're able to do flashcards. You might not get through a problem set, so you have to set really realistic goals for yourself. So in that 30 minutes, you want to make sure you take a break because you just got out of a really hectic class, but you also want to make sure you can maybe like crunch in, maybe doing like 20 flashcards or however many flashcards you can do. Also, if you can't focus for more than 30 minutes, make sure you look at where you're studying. Study in my room, there's like a 99% chance that I will fall asleep. Make sure you find a good study environment and make sure you minimize all distractions. I have many more study tips, so follow along if you want to see more, and let me know what topics you're interested in. Bye!